Hey guys, KHAOS coming at you with a whole new different video. Today's video will be doing some Infinity War review. Yeah, Infinity War. That's the movie that everybody loves. Oh man, this could be a spoiler review. So this is not just a big spoiler. The whole movie itself felt like so much of a spoiler. So I'm gonna tell you everything. I'm giving you guys a super spoiler warning. Now this is gonna be pretty. This movie was pretty big. And getting everybody together, it was huge. I mean, they got everybody from the Avengers to the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Guardians of the Galaxy, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the Ghost Rider. They got everybody up in this movie. They got She-Hulk in this movie, man. Man. You guys are going to love this movie. They got the Justice League. Man, the Teen Titans. Man. Legends of Tomorrow? I did not think they were going to be able to get them, man. Grant Gustin was great working alongside with Robert Downey Jr. They had such a great ripping type of situation. What? What? Oh, that's not the movie. That's the fanfic. Okay, sorry guys. I guess we're going to be ending it. Thank you guys for watching, and please like and subscribe and comment below. Bye! Oh, we're still good. Oh, you want me to do an actual review? Right, my camera guy told me to do the actual review for the movie. Okay, but on a serious note, this movie was pretty good. Very strong ending. It's a very strong ending. I'll say that much. All right, so okay, I'm gonna give you guys another spoiler. Super spoiler alert. Big spoiler. It's gonna be like right near my head. Big spoiler. Okay, let's get to the movie. Now, the movie itself, it starts out pretty big. It's like right off the heels of Thor Ragnarok. Instantly, we got Thanos coming aboard the ship, stealing to get the cube that, the Tesseract that Loki stole from Asgard as soon as, about to get destroyed. So, instantly he steals it, but actually, Loki portrays his brother so he can spare his brother's life. But Loki tries to kill Thanos, but this is Thanos. I mean, he ain't killing nobody, boo-boo. He straight up dies. Okay, now, Loki dying has always been a weird situation. He's at least died, let's say, three or four times. He died at least 3 times. 2 Thor movies. No, wait, he didn't die in Avengers, but at least 2 Thor movies. He's died a lot. But he came back a lot, so I don't really know if he's really dead. And he's on the list of people that actually died. So, RPM, Loki, you're the best MCU villain. You were the best MCU villain. Oh my god. Loki. In the arms of an angel, we sing the song lightning. Fly away. So, Loki dies. That's a bummer. And then we go to another side of the situation where Pepper and Tony are married, but it turns out Pepper doesn't want children, but Tony apparently wants children. So where's that gonna be coming from? Honestly, here he adopted Peter. I mean, that's pretty much his son right there. Oh yeah, he's still kind of real much of a jerk around Peter for some reason. I'm looking at my screen to see I get all the people up here, the whole cast. I just want to make sure I'm saying their names correctly. So Tom Holland's just on he was on a field trip during the whole big explosion. Now this is probably the first TV spot trailer we actually got to see. Where we actually got to see Tony Stark Blue Beetle's costume. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, this is the 3rd Blue Beetle I'll be talking about, where he pretty much just copycats what Blue Beetle really looks like in the suit, the organic suit. It's just nanotech, really. And he can use like all sorts of new weapons now. It's pretty much like the Blood Edge armor he has in the comics, where he injects himself with some nanotech. That's what the little chest piece is, just holding nanotech. He was wearing that on his run. So, also, we actually get to see like a small little fight between Hulk and Thanos. Now this was the fight everybody was talking about. This is the thing. I've talked about it with my buddies. I've talked about it with everybody. Everybody was like, "Oh man, I can't wait for that Thanos and Hulk fight." I thought it was gonna be a tag team thing with Thor too, but no, Thor was already knocked out. Hulk tried to Hulk on him, but he got knocked out. He got beat up by Thanos, beat up so bad, Hamno had to teleport his butt all the way to Earth so he could be saved and warn all of Earth that Thanos is going to be coming and he's going to kill Vision. And also to warn Doctor Strange because he has the Time Stone as well. Now, a lot of people, and just like, I don't know if you guys watch Film Theory. I like watching Film Theory. I like Matt Pat. He's a really cool guy. I never met him, but he seemed like a pretty cool guy. But anyway, so he actually did like a whole theory about it, saying that he thought the Infinity Gem was in Hemno's eyes, or going to be a Warlock's headpiece thing. Warlock is just another MCU hero, I guess. And they kind of showed him off in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Now, if you guys don't know that, you guys probably rewatch Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So anyway, actually, it's not in either of those places. Now Gamora actually knew where the Infinity Stone, the Soul Gem, was. Apparently, it was some sort of back alley planet where you keep hidden Infinity Gem. So somebody's actually protecting it, who shows people where the Infinity Gem is. So that person is no other than Samuel Jackson. No. It's the Red Skull. That's right, guys. The Red Skull himself actually came back. And not just that, but he does not look that old. Apparently he got teleported there. And now he's the guide to anybody else who wants to show them the Infinity Gem. The Soul Gem. But the problem, like the little hiccup with the finding the Soul Gem, is that he has to actually kill someone he cares about the most. And that actually is about Gamora. Gamora is the only person he actually cares about and love. I use air quotes for love. He killed her, and now he has the Soul Gem, and he goes to Earth to get the other one. Now, from the other point, Doctor Strange got captured by one of Thanos' men. He got tortured by him, but Iron Man and Spider-Man were on the ship, thank goodness, and they beat the life out of him. We actually get to see the Iron Spidey suit, and I really wish it was more comic accurate. Like, because they make the actual Spider-Man suit is pretty comic accurate, but the Iron Spidey suit is not that comic accurate. More golden, more red, less of the actual Spider-Man suit, and the spider be a lot more huge. That's all I want, really. And how cool would that be? Yeah, I really would love to see that, but I don't know if we're going to be able to see that, if they're going to be doing like a whole redesign. So that we'll have to wait for that one. But anyway, after that, they go to the planet to fight Thanos on their terms, and his whole turf. Now, actually, that is his home turf. That's actually his home planet. Now, another person who dies is actually the Collector. He dies, I don't know if you guys really care, but the guy actually plays the Collector also played in Star Wars, who was the big traitor in Star Wars The Last Jedi. So that's actually a pretty cool thing. Traitor in that one, traitor in this one. Just a big traitor. Anyway, so after he beats the living mess out of the Guardians using the reality gem that he got from the Collector, he takes Gamora, and then they find the Soul Gem and whatever. Anyway, so the Guardians go to the Titan to fight to try to find Gamora on Thanos' home planet, Titan. Now, actually, since some of the Avengers are there, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Iron Man are already there. So right now they only have Star-Lord and Mantis and Dave Bautista. I forgot his name. Forgot his hero name. Gotta look real quick. Oh yeah, Drax. They only got Drax. I feel so unprofessional. I got Drax with them. So now they're both, they have a brief little fight with Iron Man and Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, and then they realize they're on the same sides, and they have to team up to stop Thanos. You got this little back and forth. The riffing, to a certain point, is a little bit annoying, but at a second point, it's not very annoying. I mean, I kind of like the riff. I kind of like the riffing. Makes me laugh. The Star-Lord and Iron Man riffing, it gets there sometimes. Like, there's certain points where you're like, I kind of wish they would stop riffing. At the same point, it's hilarious. Anyway, so before any of that, they actually met Thor. Thor has this little pecking order with Star-Lord, Peter Quill, and they have like this whole little argument, like who's bigger and better, who got more muscle, who got the more defined voice. He even changes his voice to sound a little bit more commanding. So in his way to so Thor needs a new hammer. This hammer is actually some sort of god killer weapon. So he has to go to a dwarf, which is in Vippelheim. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. And because they're the best blacksmiths. Now, nobody really heard except Rocket. Rocket and Groot goes with him to go get the weapon. Now, most of and they're going to get it. They actually, do some little back and forth. Like this happens a lot in the movies. Like everybody's like pretty much getting like catch up with everybody. We learn about so Thor learns everything about Star-Lord. His father, being a psychotic killer. Killing his psychotic planet killer who pretty much kills his mother and every woman or child that lived there for a bit. And he killed his father. I mean, Thor pretty much just killed his sister, and his dad died, his brother's dead, his mom got killed. So, I mean, it's a lot. It was a lot. I mean, a lot of horrible stuff happened to Thor. So after they go to Vippelheim, they learn that most of the dwarves are actually dead. Now, actually, we get to meet one of the dwarfs is Peter Dinklage. Yeah, Peter. But the weird thing about the dwarfs, they're short, but they are giants, and I love Peter Dinklage's voice. He has like the best voice ever. I'm Peter Dinklage. So anyway, he builds the new hammer, but so here's the reason why most of the dwarfs are dead. For the reason that is because they built the Infinity Gauntlet for Thanos. Now that Thanos has the Infinity Gauntlet, he promised that he wouldn't kill all the other dwarfs, but this is Thanos, and I'm gonna kill all of them. I mean, it's what I do. I'm the bad guy, so I got killed like everybody. He left him alive, so he's suffering in pain. So we actually, the trailer where you see Thor holding, he was actually trying to open it to make, it's a long story. So anyway, they finally finished making the weapon. Groot decided they couldn't find a handle, so they made one out of, Groot decided to use a bit of himself as the handle. So also apparently, Groot actually, his language has actually been taught in Asgard for some reason. I thought it was just some sort of strange experiment. Apparently, there's actually a species of Groot out there. So, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, get on this, man. I want to see more Groot. I am Groot. So, anyway, they go back to, So now, with this new weapon, he can actually open Bifrost bridges to anywhere in the galaxy. So he goes right to Wakanda, where they are all fighting against all of his army. Now his army is it's huge. They're like mole rats with like double arms. They're like parademons because they literally killed each other just to get through the force field of Wakanda. Now mostly everybody's pretty much there. You got Falcon, Vision, Scarlet Witch, Black Panther, of course, Captain America, Black Widow, and War Machine, Bruce Banner. This is Bruce Banner. For some reason, Bruce Banner's a little side thing. For some reason, Bruce Banner is having a little difficulty to changing into the Hulk after being beat down by Thanos so easily and crash on Earth. For some reason, the Hulk is continuously saying no and not want to transform into the Hulk. So they had to borrow Tony's Hulkbuster. I mean, technically, the Hulkbuster did not beat the Hulk. He cheated. The Hulk was already coming out of the mist, so technically he did not beat the Hulk. So for all of you guys saying he beat the Hulk, no, he did not. No, he did not. So anyway, actually, after all, so they're all lined up on the outskirts of Wakanda. They're evacuate the city. Raise all the defenses and get this man a shield. That's been memed so many times. So he's using the vibranium shield, which is pretty cool. And now they're all lined up with the whole army of Wakanda. For some reason, they're not using the rhinos. I guess they're using it for like inner defense of the city. So most of the city is pretty abandoned. So with Black Panther's sister, I forgot her name mostly because I can't pronounce it. Shower. I'm gonna leave her name right here. I don't know. It's gonna be somewhere. So she's disengaging the Vision's brain from the Mind Stone, which is what's in his head, the Mind Stone. She's disengaging his brain from the Mind Stone. So that's what she was doing, and they're pretty much just holding them off until they can disengage his brain from the Mind Stone. But another thing is, from the Mind, he actually has multiple personalities. He has the Mind Stone, Tony, Bruce Banner, multiple. He has, and Jarvis himself, like Jarvis as well. So that's at least 4 personalities. They're only disengaging the one, which he's pretty much still gonna be himself, and pretty much just as smart as anybody else could be as a robot. So anyway, he actually so he dies. No, actually, well, I'm gonna tell you, but it's pretty much he does. Whoever had bets on him dying, wow, you guys are good. After after Thanos comes and kills him and gets all the Infinity Gems. I'm gonna tell you guys something. You know what's gonna happen. And if you guys really want to take a bet, who you guys thought who died, you guys are all wrong. Every bet you put up there is wrong. Everybody who ever said you picked is wrong. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now who actually died in the Infinity War, and it's the people who lives in Infinity War. And it's not the people you thought would die, cause it's the people you wouldn't believe lived. Anyway, people we don't see in the movie is Paul Roop, I can't say it, Ant-Man, and Clint Barton. We don't see in the movie at all. I guess they're going to be in the second one. I don't know why they were in this movie. Ironically, he was showed off way more than Clint Barton, the Hawkeye. That's just weird. Ant-Man was showed off way more, but wasn't in the movie. But Hawkeye wasn't even showed off anywhere, but wasn't in the movie. That's just messed up. They're coming in the next movie. Hawkeye's going to be shooting an arrow right through Thanos' ear to explode it. So anyway, after the whole big fight thing, they go off in an abandoned area where Vision is trying to save Scarlet Witch. So Scarlet Witch is actually, her power is strong enough to destroy the Infinity Stone. But that doesn't really happen because she almost dies through one of Thanos' henchmen. But, actually, they finally defeated the henchmen. And then everything seems to be fine until Thanos teleports there, and he just slaughters. He just rips that Infinity Stones right out of his head. He also took the time gem away from Team Iron Man, where he beats the mess out of all of them. Now, in their defense, Doctor Strange did say there was almost 1,000,000 possible ways that he saw, because he used the Infinity Gem to see in the future, 1,000,000 possible ways this fight could have ended. And only one, they actually won. Only one time. Out of 1,000,000 chances, see, I want to give my theories at the end of the video. So anyway, after all of that, he instantly teleports there, and Vision tries to after first Scarlet Witch kills Vision, and she's like, "What can you do now? You can't get him." It's like, oh, that would have been the problem, but if I didn't have the time. He just used the time gem, reversed what Scarlet Witch did, and ripped that thing right out of his head, and then he dies again. So he's just like, boom, I got all 5 Infinity Gems. Woo, I win. Oh yeah. And he slaughters everyone. Half of the galaxy of the planet Earth is now dead. Now, here are the people who are dead. And that is Black Panther. Just a lot of people died. Marie Hill, Sam Falcon, and, well, Loki's already dead. Mantis, and Bucky, and Drax. Well, Vision's dead. I'm going to add that to him. Gamora's dead. She was killed by her father, so he could get the Infinity Stones. Wanda, Spider-Man, and here's a little thing about Spider-Man that really irritated me. When everybody just died instantly, turned to dust to dust. But with Spider-Man, he was like, "Oh no, Peter! Oh no, Tony! I don't want to die! I don't want to die!" He just dies instantly. I mean, nobody even got to say anything before they died. He just instantly died. Who else? Oh yeah, Star-Lord dies. He's dead. I think that's about it. Mostly just the new Avengers pretty much died. Everybody, the older ones, kind of stick around. Iron Man lives. Captain America lives. Thor lives. Scarlett Johansson. Black Widow, but Scarlett Johansson. Oh yeah, his daughter Nimble. I can never say her name. Karen Gillan. Yeah, she dies too. So yeah, she got turned to dust. She's pretty much the Meg of their family. Like, if I gotta say anything, like, because Thanos is pretty much Peter from Family Guy, and his 2 daughters, one is Chris, and the other one's Nebula, and I said it right, Nebula, and she's pretty much just Meg. She gets beat up, abused, and treated like a joke all the time by Thanos. So, yeah, she's dead. So, now I'm going to give you guys a brief history of what Thanos planned. Why would he kill people, and why would he looking for all 5 Infinity Stones? So his big thing is not love of death. Like in the comics, he actually has a little thing for death, the woman death. And what I actually thought they were going to do, they were going to recast Hela to actually, him and her have a little love connection. Honestly, I thought she was still alive after, Surtur and all that. Like, they're just fighting for the infinite loop now. So, anyway, that's what I thought was going to happen. But, honestly, it didn't happen the way I thought it would. They totally flipped us right through. I was like, what? So, anyway, oh yeah, did I say Drax died? Yeah, he's dead. Pretty much, mostly everybody from the Guardians of the Galaxy are dead. Yeah, it's got sad. Anyway, yeah, so they pretty much threw us through a loop. Everybody you wouldn't expect to die didn't. They died. Everybody you didn't expect to die died. Everybody did come together, at least tried, but everybody was separated. Nobody even they weren't together, so they lost. They were separate. Their house, like it said, separate housing will collapse. So that's pretty much what just happened. Thanos pretty much just got lucky and got all the 5 Infinity Gems, and not 5, 6 Infinity Gems, and pretty much just killed everyone. Everyone died, and there's pretty much no real. I don't know if there's like a real benefit, like if they're really dead, or this is like Doctor Strange seeing a possible future dead. Because if this is a possible future, then we're gonna be getting some Twilight stuff going on. Twilight the movie, the third one, part 2, I guess. And they're going to be coming back from he's going, I just saw what's going to happen. He's going to have a death or even, wow, Oh, snap! If you guys ever see, oh, that's a Raven, because I didn't. That was part of my childhood. Now, anyway, so either that's going to happen, or that didn't happen, or this is actually going to last. So at the end of the movie, we actually got to see, say, Samuel Jackson and Maria Hill. I wouldn't say her real name, but her real name is really hard to say. Get disintegrated as well. But before he got totally disintegrated, he actually got to press the button to alert his backup. And his backup is, what? Captain Marvel. I meant to say Captain, not Mrs., because her name's not Miss anymore. Her name's Captain Marvel. I've been saying Miss Marvel for a couple of years now, so it's hard to not say Captain Marvel. So anyway, Captain Marvel just got alerted for some reason. I don't know what she's going to do. She's probably one of the people that dead. I mean, honestly, if I was Thanos, I'm killing off people who have metahuman abilities, people who can come back. So he pretty much just going to, his whole thing is leveling out all of humanity. I mean, not just humanity, the galaxy, because overpopulation. That is his big thing. Overpopulation. He's afraid of overpopulation, that they would use up too much resources, the pollution, and all of that will lead to overpopulation. So that was his big thing. And he killed like a whole lot of people because of that. Because his common fear of overpopulation, because that's what happened on his whole planet. He decided not to take to do it, but his whole planet pretty much died because of it. So now he collects all 5 Infinity Gems. I mean, 6 Infinity, I don't know why I keep saying 5. All 6 Infinity Gems, and he pretty much just leveled half of the galaxy. But then you have that whole thing is, people still have children. That's going to happen in the next, I don't know, let's say, 100,000 years. It's not going to take long for people to repopulate the planet yet again, and you're hitting that same thing again. He did that same thing with Gamora's people and her planet. He killed off half of the population, because most of them were diseased, people were sick, and all that horrible stuff. Even if you killed half the population, you're still hitting that same roadblock that it could happen again because of overpopulation, which you're hitting again and again. So you have to continuously refine all 6 Infinity Stones, which I feel like they're like Dragon Balls after you use like all 6 of them, so they just like fly all of them away. Like if you make like a Dragon Ball. If you guys ever watch Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball the actual series, or Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Kai, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Balls. They all pretty much just fly away after they're done with their use. So, this whole movie it's a great movie. It's a funny movie. It's not Thor Ragnarok funny. It's a movie that actually gets taken serious. So I greatly appreciate it, because we got less comical Thor, a more regular Thor that he should be. A little bit taking this a lot more, like he took this pretty well. I mean, his brother died right in front of him, trying to help him, and Hemno actually died. Oh yeah, he's one of the people that died. Hemno actually died, so that's sad. A lot of people in this movie died. A lot of people. So Captain America, Iron Man, they said you guys would die, but you guys fought the system and you guys lived. Woo! So Thanos' whole thing is, like, it's a random choice. He's killing people at random, rich to poor, and everything in between. And that's just horrible. Killing half of the population does not fix things, because it's going to happen again. What are you going to do when you have to do it again and again and again? It's going to get tiring, and it's still going to keep happening. So that's only a Band-Aid solution. So, whatever. He did that, and now he's going to have to do it again for next, I don't know, forever. Good job, Thanos. You accomplished nothing. Sarcastic clapping. So, guys, that's my video. Please like and comment, subscribe, and comment below about how you guys felt about the Infinity War movie. And did you want to actually see Hawkeye and Ant-Man? Because I wanted to see those guys. Those guys are awesome. Yeah. Now, actually, a little small news. I actually bought my new camera because with the remote. Awesome. Yeah. My new camera has a light, and actually I bought a microphone with this as well. And I bought a new tripod. Now, I'm also recording in the closet again, but my upstairs neighbors, which is my landlords, actually are watching TV, so I don't know if you guys can hear it, but you probably can because my microphone sounds really great, and you probably have been hearing it for a couple minutes now. So I'm sorry about that, but I only got like a finite places to film. I was gonna film out there, but it's still a little bit messy. I didn't really want to clean that out. So anyway, closing the video up. Thank you guys so much, and I just want to say peace out.